What's going on, guys? Welcome into another episode of Milk Dogs, and we're back at it. We got what we got this week, Andrew?
Quarterbacks, top 15.
Top 15 quarterbacks. Yeah, that's Jordan
It's
Love,
sketchy.
bub, all day, every day. Number one, Love. You're welcome.
Yeah, we'll see where he's at.
All right, who we starting out with?
Number one is Lamar Jackson. He's been kind of the guy in fantasy forever now. He's for years.
Yeah,
Last year he had an MVP season. Kind of got stolen from him because he's voter fatigue. But he gets all those rushing yards. He breaks 4,000 yards, 40 touchdowns. He's kind of a fantasy machine. So
yeah.
he's a beast.
He's good. He's good. The guy I would have put at number one is Josh Allen.
Yeah,
but he's next on the list.
Yeah, we have him at number 2.
Yeah, Josh Allen. He
12 rushing touchdowns last year.
Yeah, he's a bad guy. He's fun to watch. He's really explosive. He doesn't really have that many wide receivers. That's why we put Lamar up there. I can't even tell you what Khalif Shakir is his number one, and then you got Kincaid and Dawson Knox. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and Lamar Jackson kind of edges him out on the rushing yards. I think that benefits him. It was, a pretty small difference. It was like a 50-point difference last year, which is about 3 points a game. So
yeah,
nothing crazy. Third, we have Jalen Hurts, the tush push king. A lot of this comes from the touchdown value. Once they get to the goal line, he just gets all those touchdowns.
Yeah, Saquon does all the work.
Yeah, he's kind of like the quarterback version of like David Montgomery, where they just get in. He gets about 500, 600 rushing yards a year, 14 touchdowns last year. He doesn't really do anything crazy in the passing game. He only had 2,900 yards last year and 8 touchdowns. 18 picks, so that's not a great ratio.
No, he had 18 touchdowns, 5 picks.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I was like,
there's no way 8 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But 18 to 5, much better.
Yeah, that went the complete opposite.
But yeah, no, he's a beast. We have him at 3. It's a run first offense. But once they're in the end zone, he's their running option. So
yeah, next we got Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels, what he ended last year, 5?
Yeah.
He ended last year at 5. We got him at 4 this year. He's a running quarterback. That's what benefits you in fantasy football. Running quarterbacks that can also, make big plays down the field with their arm. Jayden Daniels, the only thing that worries me about Daniels, sophomore slumps. We've seen it with C.J. Stroud the second year. Didn't do that hot.
I think if he's missing Terry McLaurin as well,
I
think that's a concern because he was kind of their guy last year, or for a few years. But yeah, sophomore slumps, missing receivers. Outside of that, though, if he repeats what he did last year, he'll be top 5 again for sure.
Yeah. Who we got next?
After him, we have the one-man team, Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Last year he threw for almost 5,000 yards, 43 touchdowns. He has to put the team on his back, week in and week out, so he gets all kinds of points.
Yeah.
The only thing, he's not a rushing guy, so you'll be missing that a little bit, but he makes up for that plenty with all the passing that he does. So
yeah, you got Jamar Chase, you got T. Higgins down there. Jamar Chase, he's got that chain that says 7-Eleven always open. Yeah. For that reason. And Joe Burrow and him have that solid connection they had back in college. So, as long as Jamar's out there, Joe Burrow's going to be putting up points.
Yeah. After that, kind of a similar story. We have Baker Mayfield, another guy with 2 great receivers. He put up 4,500 yards and 41 touchdowns. The only thing with him is he threw more picks. He threw 16 interceptions last year.
Yeah.
He runs it a little bit more, but not much. He's not a rushing guy. But he's consistent just like any of these other guys, and he's going to get you plenty of points. I think the longer he's in Tampa with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, the better they're going to do.
Yeah, definitely going to Tampa was like a blessing for him. Getting out of Cleveland, he kind of struggled with the Panthers. He lit it up a little bit with the Rams. That's why he got that chance in Tampa, and he has not let it slip through his hands. He's been doing great down there.
Yeah.
Like he said with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, it's hard to not, succeed.
Yeah.
moving on, we got Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
the old safety blanket himself. He
He's,
just
I
pretty
mean,
much an average all the way across the board kind of guy. He gets you the 20 points a week. Pretty
yeah.
consistent.
Say every year he's right around 4,000 yards. His touchdowns kind of ebb and flow, but yeah, every year he's kind of right around the 10th spot. I feel like in fantasy, except for those first couple years when him and Travis Kelsey were really going crazy. But say now that they've kind of gotten their system and Kelsey's getting old, he's kind of just that kind of a middle of the pack guy as far as fantasy goes.
Yeah, but I mean he's solid for an 18-point game every week at least.
Yeah. After that, we have Bo Nix, another guy going into his sophomore year. I think with a Sean Payton offense, there's plenty to be confident about with him, especially with an experienced quarterback like Bo Nix. He played a lot of college ball,
Yeah,
um, and he was a guy who almost touched 30 touchdowns last year. He had 29 and 3,700 yards. Ran the ball a decent amount. He had about 400 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. But yeah, he had almost 20 points per game last year. So that's another thing. That's about all you can ask for out of your quarterback is consistency.
yeah, and I mean I think the addition of Evan Ingram is definitely going to benefit Bo Nix
Yeah.
a lot because he didn't really have a tight end last year to throw to. So I mean Cortland Sutton ain't going to have to be the only weapon
Yeah.
now. So moving on, we got Kyler Murray. This one's kind of sickening for me. I hate watching this little child run around on the field. It just annoys me. But coming into probably his fifth year,
Yeah, he's
fifth or
been
sixth
around for a
year,
little
something
bit.
like that. Second year with Marvin Harrison Jr. And we already know Trey McBride's out there. I feel like they'll have a better chemistry this year. He didn't play all last season,
Yeah, he
right?
missed 2 games last year. I think the most important thing is no, he didn't miss any games
Oh, he
last
didn't.
year.
Okay.
He's been missing games though. I think last year is the first season that he's played a full year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the biggest thing is that it's Marvin Harrison's second year. I think that's kind of what we're banking on because they don't really have a wide receiver too that's
Yeah.
great or consistent.
Yeah, we looked it up. What is
Um,
Zay Jones or
yeah,
Michael
Zay
Wilson?
Jones. Yeah, and so their wide receiver too essentially is Trey McBride, but I think that gives him plenty of consistency. And then I think if Marvin Harrison Jr. ends up being who they think he is, then I think Kyler Murray will get that bump. He finished at 10 last year. I think it'll probably be pretty similar this year. I'm say we have him right at 11 on our list, so I don't imagine it'll be too much different.
Yeah.
After him, we have Brock Purdy. This is another consistency guy. I mean, the 49ers, I feel like every week it's just, they put up some points and it's just on their defense if they hold or not. Um, and the thing with Brock Purdy is he didn't pass a ton compared to a lot of these other guys. He had 455 attempts, which is I think the lowest out of most of these starting quarterbacks other than Jordan Love. And but he had 8.5 yards per attempt, so he's kind of a big play guy. I think a lot of that comes from their receivers or run after the catch guys. So I mean, he's going to get you points. He only played 15 games last year, and he still finished at 14. So I mean, I think he's going to be another one that every week gets you 19, 20 points.
Yeah, I mean the only problem with him now is going to be the loss of Debo, and then
Yeah.
when is Brandon Ayuk going to actually be back?
Yeah.
From his injury. So
And then I do think he benefits as well if Christian McCaffrey comes back into
yeah,
form, because all those screens when Christian McCaffrey was first there was, I mean, not only great for him, but it was great for Brock Purdy because he was just, I mean, that's free yards and touchdowns for him.
yeah.
After
Next,
that, yeah, we
yeah,
had Justin
that's
Fields,
disgusting.
um, kind of, banking on the rushing yards here. Last year he didn't play a ton. He played 10 games with the Steelers. Uh, got relegated to the bench. But I mean, we saw what he did in Chicago. He's a bit of a fantasy machine. He just kind of runs, and we saw him in the preseason show it off a little bit. I think we'll see more of the same with the Jets. It'll be a lot of read options, a lot of rushing downfield. I'm sure Garrett Wilson will do all right. So
Yeah, like he said, we're banking more on the rushing yards with Justin Fields. I think there was a couple seasons where he got like 1,100 yards and you know like near 1,000 yards rushing. So I mean that's beneficial for a quarterback.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't even know they got a tight end in the draft,
Yeah.
right? And no, did they?
Like 2 years ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I was thinking of Warren or
He's developing now.
yeah,
But
but
yeah, with him and I think with Brees Hall, I feel like that's gonna build a good run game that he's gonna benefit from more than anything with read options, if that's the way they decide to play that offense.
yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Next on the list, we got old Justin Herbert. You
Yeah.
know, we were discussing this, and I mean, really, what happened to where he falls really far down on the list? Nothing really, but he lost his left tackle.
Yeah, they lost Rashawn Slater, who's a huge part of that line. And that's been the issue. That's been what they've been trying to fix for years, ever since just since Justin Herbert's been there.
Yeah,
It's been trying to fix the O line, and now they've lost Rashawn Slater. So I think that drops him just a little bit. He finished 12th last year. We have him at 14. But yeah, I mean, he didn't lose any receivers. They have Keenan Allen back now. I don't know how much receiving load Keenan Allen's going to get now, but
they
I don't.
also brought Mike Williams back. They're just like, hey, we're gonna bring everybody
Well, he
back.
retired.
Huh?
Mike Williams retired.
Did he?
Yeah, he got one practice with
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Harbaugh, and he called it quits. He said that's too much. I can't take that. But
I mean,
yeah, so they've got
Nothing on the
Keenan
Chargers.
back. They have
Yeah.
McConkey. They might have Quentin Johnston if he ever finds his hands.
yeah, Gage, we're still waiting on it.
Yeah, but I don't think he drops too much. Justin Herbert's still a beast. It's just a matter of if he doesn't get sacked and if his receivers can hold on to the ball.
Yeah. Next, we got this shitty ass.
Yeah, we have Caleb Williams next.
Yeah, trash.
Just one down the list. Last year he finished right at 16, so we have him right at 13 this year. In his second year, he has a new offense that he's coming into. They've said they're building the offense around him. He's got, Romo Dunze's in his second year. They brought in Luther Burden and Loveland. They've kind of revamped the O line. I think there's not a lot that makes Caleb Williams' situation worse. So there's not a whole lot of reason to rank him lower this year unless you're just a hater. I think, when you have 20-6 touchdown to interception ratio, he plays it pretty safe. He rushed for almost 500 yards last year. I think he's a pretty safe option. I think he's going to make some big plays this year. He's the guy.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the Bears have always sucked, so I don't know, but I don't know if Ben Johnson can come in there and save that franchise. I mean, they're still waiting for their first 4,000-yard passer. Maybe Caleb Williams would be that guy. We don't know. But we got him 13 on the list for a reason unknown to me, but we got him on here. Next, we got the GOAT, bub. We got the GOAT. We got old Jordan Love here.
Yeah.
He missed 2 games last year. He did throw a lot of picks. He threw 11. But
5 more than Caleb Williams.
He's not that big of a rusher. I mean, I feel like the reason he didn't rush as much is because he got injured week 1, so that dialed it off a little bit.
Yeah.
But coming in to his third year as a starter, I feel like he's gonna it's kind of a make or break year for him. Us Packers fans, we want to see success. So 11 picks ain't success unless you're throwing 50 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think also that's kind of a run first offense as well. And then it also comes down to who he's throwing to. I think if Golden comes into, how he's supposed to be, I think it'll be good for him fantasy-wise. But yeah, without the rushing production, I think it makes it a little more difficult. But yeah, I'd say he's a good middle-of-the-road quarterback.
Yeah.
After that, we have our third NFC North quarterback of the list. Rounding it out at 15, we have J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah.
Put
up a ton of stats last year, played 0 games, 0 all the way across the board. He was ranked 77th on the list last year.
Yeah, he
so we're
did not play
15.
last year. He I think a lot of this banks on Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to be bad in those conditions. I mean, we saw what Sam Darnold did last year.
Yeah, I think Sam Darnold was like 9.
Yeah,
he was like top 10.
He was definitely top 10.
So, I mean, JJ's not going to be way down the list. Unless he gets hurt.
I think
Right?
it's kind of JJ McCarthy's game to lose at this point.
Yeah.
When you have Justin Jefferson, you'll have Jordan Addison eventually, and then Kevin O'Connell. It's kind of a recipe for success as far as quarterbacks go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty solid year. I feel like every year for fantasy, you have your top 3 or 4 guys, and then after that, everyone's kind of around the same spot. Everyone's right at 18 points per game.
Yeah.
And then you just have, Lamar and Josh Allen who are at like 25 points per game. So
Yeah.
unless you're getting one of those two, look forward to maybe 20 points. But yeah, I mean, there's a couple of ballers. Who knows? Maybe Cam Ward will show up and be the guy down in
Yeah.
Tennessee.
We almost put him at 15 just to put a rookie on here, but
Yeah.
then kind of JJ McCarthy's kind of a rookie
Yeah,
because he missed his rookie year.
it's a Ben Simmons rookie.
That's disgusting. That's a terrible comparison.
And but yeah, who knows? There's always some guys who jump up on the list who show up. Jaden Daniels, I don't think a lot of people thought he was going to be, especially for fantasy, nearly as good as he was.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't move in Washington's circles, so maybe there was the hype, and I just wasn't there for it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. We're going to be watching all these second year coming in quarterbacks: Bo Nix, Caleb Williams,
Drake May,
Jaden Daniels, right? To see if they turn into CJ last year or not. Because CJ did not do nothing. I mean, obviously CJ's a solid quarterback, right? He's definitely a top 20, but
yeah,
he's definitely not on our list of top 15. We put somebody that didn't play at all.
Yeah, he's there. He's just not quite making it, especially missing some receivers, and a lot of his receivers have injury issues. So
yeah, we didn't put Jared Goff on here because we feel like losing Ben Johnson's going to be a big hit for that whole offense and all, and the whole defense because you lost your offense and defensive coordinator, so that's 2 massive hits.
Yeah, he's just a big question mark. So he could be the guy. Didn't look like it in the Hall of Fame game, but who knows? Maybe he'll show up and he'll be, right at, I think he was just about 7th last year. So he could end up right at that spot again.
Yeah. But thanks for tuning in this week, guys. If you guys have anything you think would differ from our top 15, put it in the comments. We'd like to see it. Who you guys taking number 1 with your quarterback? Let us know.
Yeah.
Till the next time. See you.